get all my bits and pieces all queued up. Hope everyone can hear me okay. Hopefully someone's going to join us soon. Hey, Friday Labbit, thanks for joining me, mate. Hopefully my audio is coming through okay. So my last episode of VeVe Weekends, my audio was crackling up and almost rugged my space. All right, guys, how we doing? Poppy, thanks for dropping in, mate. So just waiting for my co-host to join us. Hey, oh, there he is. There's the man. So invite him to co-host. There we go, Donna. Co-host invite all in there.
What's up, Osman? How you doing?
Yeah, good, Donna. How are you? So you can hear me all right?
Yep, can hear you great.
All right, sweet. Make sure my audio is all working. All right, I guess we'll kick this off with a bit of intro music then. All right, g'day everybody. It says Osman Collect 63 here, and this is VeVe Wednesdays, brought to you by the VeVe Collective. And I am joined by my trusty co-host, the one, the only, Mr. When Nintendo. It's MiVidaVeVe. How are you, mate?
Loving these intros, man. Thank you. Good to be here.
Good. I'm trying to be a little bit more adept with my soundboard here. I'm trying to have half attempt at queuing things up, and I'm gonna try and use it throughout the episode today. But like always, I always get too engrossed in what we've been talking about and always forget.
I love it, man. I love the touches you're making, and yeah, VeVe Wednesdays. Looking forward to it every week. Happy to be here. How you doing?
Good, mate. Actually, I'm doing okay, but not fantastic. So I hurt myself over the weekend. I did my hip in. I know.
Oh man, you're.
Let me see if I can find. Oh, there.
You gonna be all right? Or...
Oops. Wrong one. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I think I just pinged something in my hip and down my thigh or something. I was doing a leg day workout, and I was doing some squats and some sumo squats, and something pinged in my hip. And at first it was just like, ow, okay, that sort of felt a little bit funny. But then as the week progressed, it just got a little bit like, more and more pain. And now it's like you're walking around and you feel like, you got like the hips of like an 80-year-old or something like that. But it's okay. It's manageable. It's just a little bit uncomfortable, but I haven't been able to do any workouts or anything for the last week. So that's been kind of annoying.
Yeah, definitely. I've dealt with a lot of injuries in my past, and it's always from the gym. So, and I hope you heal up, man. Hope it's not too serious. Do you think it's like a pinched nerve? Have you ever had anything like this before? Or no?
I think it might just just like a pinched nerve or something, or maybe just like turned my hip the wrong way. Anyway, I'm going to give it a week to with no exercise, see if that's going to sort it out. But it is gradually getting better day by day, and I can still move around. It's just I kind of walk a little bit funny, and my co-workers kind of laugh at me. But
yeah, well, I'm glad it's something that doesn't seem overly serious. Yeah, it should just rest, and I'll definitely.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. What about you? So I've heard you've had some pretty wild weather over your way.
Yeah, well, they said that a hurricane was coming through, and we did get a tropical storm from a hurricane, but it was supposed to take our power out. It was supposed to dump multiple inches of rain and all this stuff, and then it ended up just being a couple inches and 10-mile-per-hour winds. Nothing too serious. So yeah, a lot of people were freaking out. I guess I didn't, but a lot of people were rushing to Costco and all these department stores trying to stock up for the storm, and then it ended up being pretty mild. So grateful for that, but I guess some areas got hit pretty hard with flooding. So I don't want to make it sound like nothing happened, but I just know for where I live, a lot of people were on edge and turned out to be a false alarm. So that's a blessing.
That's a good thing. Like, no, it wasn't as bad as everyone pegged it out to be. Everyone didn't do any like panic buying of like toilet paper or canned beans or something.
Yeah. If people get frantic when the news comes out, I mean, I think it's just over sensation. Can't say it, but there's a lot going on in the news, right? That makes it sound like something's going to be worse, and so people get freaked out and act out of fear, and that's what it breeds.
Yeah, I hear that. So I remember back in the when we all couldn't leave our house days. So everyone was panic buying like toilet paper and eggs and all sorts of bits and pieces. So I know what you mean.
Yeah, nothing really, like, especially in Southern California, it doesn't seem like a whole lot happens. So when something is coming, people don't know how to deal with it, right? Like the Midwest probably had a storm this year that was way worse than what we had, but the media was calling it the storm of the century. So just people freak out here when it rains. They don't know how to drive all of a sudden. Stuff like that. So, but anyways, we survived and
still here. We're still here, still doing these spaces. I just want to say thank you to. That's it. We can't break the streak. So we're up to episode 22. So 22, everybody. Let me just. That's it. Still going strong. I just want to thank everyone for joining us this morning, wherever you might be in the world. So we've got Hinano. Thanks for jumping in. We got who else we got? Fried Labbits, Double Quill. So Humble. So thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to come and chill with us. And
I want to shout out Dee and Hinano, Real Uncommon Podcast. Just had their 3rd live stream today, doing a couple giveaways. Be sure to check out the replay. It just wrapped up about an hour or so ago. So shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, actually, speaking of Unreal Podcast, how are you, Dee?
Hey guys, thanks for
having
me come up. Hey, and yeah, thanks for the shout out, DYNO. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I'm just
absolutely. I love you guys. I love what you do. So yeah, people need to check it out. Episode 10, Dee's story.
Oh gosh,
sign up for those giveaways. VeVe supports each other.
Yeah,
that's it. That's what we're all about. Yeah, sorry, Dee, go on.
No. I actually wanted to come up to touch on when you guys were talking about like the weather and storms coming and stuff. It's funny but not funny here in Hawaii. Like you can tell who is like a visitor from the mainland and have never like really experienced like rain, because you're just like driving on the road like normal, and then all of a sudden like there's someone just stopped and going like 5 miles an hour in like drizzle. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And it's obviously like a tourist car. I'm like, okay, they probably have never like really experienced all this stuff. I don't know, it's just funny. And I would probably act the same way if I were to go somewhere where it was snowing all the time, and I probably wouldn't know how to drive in snow. But it's just funny to see while it's happening.
Yeah, so I can relate to that. I mean, like they probably stopped to jump out and take photos of it because they've probably never seen it before in their lives.
Oh my gosh, it happens here all the time, and it actually like causes accidents. Like people just stop in the middle of the highway to pull over and take a freaking sunset picture. I'm like, you can at least signal, ahead. We all know the sun is setting, so you have ample time to like signal and slowly pull over, not just like stop right in the middle of the road. But anyway,
that's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're one of those people who decide to stop in the middle of the road and take pictures of sunsets, please indicate first.
Or don't
That's
do
it.
That signal.
Or just don't do it. Yeah, I mean, we're the same over in England. I mean, like the English people are a funny lot as well, because like we tend to lose our minds when it's too hot, and we tend to lose our minds when it's too cold, and we tend to lose our minds when it snows. We just don't seem to be prepared for anything.
Sounds like California.
But yeah, what else has been happening in the world? We had our last episode of VeVe Weekends on the last Sunday was a really good episode. If anybody managed to catch that, that's on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel. We had a really good discussion with Sleeping Comics about the upcoming Ahsoka series, Rebels, and basically all things Star Wars. So that's up on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel. If you want to go check that out, and definitely like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content. What else is on my list of notes here? Oh yes, I have another episode of Relax and Read coming soon. So we're going to be doing. Well, actually, no, I won't spoil it, but that's coming this Friday. So have another crack at reading another comic on VeVe, and I think I've. Yeah, thank you very much. And I think I've ironed out some of the kinks now as well. So stay tuned for that one, because that will be a live stream. But even if you can't make the live stream, it will be available on the YouTube channel. And I think I've made a few improvements, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it's gonna work out a bit better. But so far, every episode's been a progression, been a bit of learning curve, just like these web spaces. So yeah, stay tuned for that, because that's coming, and I'll probably have a post for that on the X platform somewhere. So stay tuned. And yeah, let's I guess we'll kick it off with a bit of VeVe news, a bit of market watch. So how about you, DYNO? How have you gone in the market lately? Have you been shopping?
Yeah, a little bit. I got Simba on the drop, which is the one I wanted. I mean, I would have been fine with Scar and then flip it and then get Simba, but I'm happy with the Genesis mint of Simba. Not a great one, but good enough for me.
No.
And then I actually scored a 3-digit mint of the
Oh, nice.
So yeah, and I just sold it this morning for like 190 or so. I don't know. It could definitely go way higher if things happen like they usually do with airdrops. But I just got this funny feeling like the airdrop's going to be underwhelming, and then Warrior Hulk's going to tank or something. So I just was like, let me lock in profits right now, and then we'll see. I really do hope for the people who do collect all 4. I really hope they come with something fire. I just don't know what that would be, and so I was like, man, is there even any chance that they come out with something so good that the airdrop's worth it? And so for me, since I'm not a huge Hulk fan, I decided to flip out of it. But yeah, that's pretty much my week in the market.
No, very good.
How about you?
Me not.
Do you think it'll be Mighty?
Oh yeah,
A Hulk Mighty?
Have you seen that floating around next at the moment? the picture of the Hulk Mighty.
I did see that. Yeah, I mean, he'd look cool as a Mighty. I'm just thinking, just not the airdrop for me. I'm a Mighty guy, but it's just I'm more of an FA guy.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just thinking, God, I hope not, because that's probably going to upset a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, yeah.
Mighties are definitely a polarizing collection.
Or just like considering like the quality of like the Hulk collectibles that we've had so far, like because they've just progressively got that little bit better, like starting from the common Hulk all the way up to Planet Hulk, just to sort of lead it like on something like a Marvel Mighty. It just seems like a little bit like like a bit of a cop out. Whereas if the airdrop, realistically they really want to make it something like knocking out of the park, like, yes, I've held all my Hulks all the way up to the end, and this is what I get at the end. It's totally worth it. I love it. But for me, like, to hold my Hulks all the way to the end and just get like, a Marvel Mighty, I'm just like, nah, that's cool. But it's not like, show stopping.
Right. And I really do hope they come out with something amazing that rewards people. I just don't know what that would be other than Bruce Banner changing into the Hulk or something. I don't know what else could come out, right? That would be that
true. Well, I
amazing.
mean, like, there's been a lot of speculation for Grey Hulk. Apparently, that's a popular one floating around the spaces. Bruce Banner turning into Hulk. That's another popular one. But yeah, there's not really much that could really top Planet Hulk, because Hulk wise, there's not really that many Hulks left. Because what you've got, who they go off the top of my head? So you've got Professor Hulk. You've got Savage Hulk. That'd be cool. I did have a long list of Hulk somewhere, but it eludes me. Anyway, I'm just looking at a little bit of market.
Yeah, Fix It.
Yeah.
Joe Fix It. But nobody like major, right? They could do Abomination.
That's true. Yeah, Abomination.
But even that, it's like, is there anything so good? I think Red Hulk is kind of an obscure character, more up and coming because of the MCU debut, and they did that collectible amazingly.
Nice.
I mean, I thought that the quality on that, the animation, everything on that looks awesome. And even that, just because it's not a huge character, even that kind of started tanking a little bit. So I just really wonder what's going to come out.
I don't know.
That would be so amazing that it's worth it.
Zombie Hulk. That cool. Yeah, that would be good.
There you go.
Actually, that's not bad. Actually, yeah. There you go. Well done to you, D. Zombie Hulk.
I just went on.
It would be cool though.
Yeah, October's coming. It's Halloween. Yeah, that could line up quite well, actually. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. D called it. Zombie Hulk.
Well, I hope whatever it is that it's because I'm not the biggest Hulk fan, but I hope whatever it is, it's worth it for the people who are waiting for it, and it's not something like lame.
I know. We'll have to stay tuned. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll see. So I'm just doing a little bit of market watch at the moment, and so far, Planet Hulk, so far is sitting at 169 gems at the moment on the floor. So, DYNO, you've done all right with your flip by the sounds of it.
We'll see. I mean, once they announce this snapshot and what's coming out, again, if it's something that people really want, it could go much higher, but we'll see. I'm just grateful to get a wait list. I started off really slow with wait list. I wasn't getting anything, and I've been on a little bit of a hot streak, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, nice. And just out of curiosity as well, I just did a little bit of market watch on the Red Hulk. The Red Hulk is currently at 102 gems on the floor, so that's come right down.
Yeah, right. I saw it as high as 180.
Yeah, well, I think
maybe
it was cracking like the 200s at one point, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was right. It was right there, if not past it. And it's always expected that the scarcest one of the airdrop is going to be the one that pumps. But yeah.
But it seems
now this one is 1800, so it's more scarce than the Red Hulk, but definitely, I mean, my favorite one of the collection, obviously Hulk because he's the big character, but just aesthetic wise,
especially with the fire animation in the back as well. Oh, D's got a hand up. Yeah, D. Or you just push the button again.
Yeah. Yeah, wrong button. Did they say they didn't say when the airdrop was going to happen?
I haven't seen anything about the airdrop announcement yet. The last thing I saw them post about was the upcoming Star Wars speeder bikes.
I think it's going to be on September 12th.
September 12th. And what makes you think that?
Okay, so the first Hulk was dropped on March 31st. And then the second one was dropped 2 months after that. And then the third one was dropped 3 weeks after that. And then Planet Hulk was dropped 2 months after that. So it seemed like a pattern. And so in 3 weeks, it'll be September 12th.
Ooh, there you go.
I like that.
I don't know. I could be totally wrong. Don't listen to me.
I think it's cool that your mind is going there, though, because that could be really good insight. And if it's on September 12th, kudos to you.
There you go. Did D calling all the predictions today?
Yeah, no.
How high? What do you think is? Oh yeah, you said
Yeah.
Zombie Hulk.
So
Zombie
Yeah.
Hulk on September 12th.
there you go. Write that down.
There you go.
Well, it's
Yeah, looking
recorded.
Forward, yeah. Actually,
And then it'll be airdropped on October 31st, which is that would be 7 months after March 31st, the first one. I don't know. Never mind.
also, before I forget as well, D, is a nice little game I like to play now. Is what you eating, D?
Oh, so I got this really cool, delicious falafel salad from one of the guys over at the
Nice.
farmer's market. You know, laughing. That I was at this morning. So yeah, it's got so much good stuff. So it's basically a salad. So you got your greens, you got lettuce, carrots, it looks like walnuts, arugula or rocket. Then you have 3 falafel. They're not really balls, they're like discs, 3 falafel discs. And then this amazing cilantro dressing. And okay, so you have like your choice of the heat level that you want. So he's got like jalapeno peppers, ghost peppers. There's another one, I can't see what it is. And then the 4th one is Hawaiian chili peppers. So I told him to put all.
Let's just put everything. That's it. Nice.
Give me the works. And that's
nice
falafel salad.
Excellent. That sounds very similar to something we have here. Yeah, that's what I do it too. I have something very similar. Like when I go out into town, we've got a store here called Eat a Pitta, and they do what they call a falafel like salad bowl, and so very very similar to that. Basically chopped up like lettuce, cabbage, carrot, various other bits of greens as well, and they basically chuck in little falafel balls and with a little bit of hummus as well on the side, and they basically just coat it in any sort of dressing you want. My particular favorite one is tomato and coriander, or as you would say, cilantro. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Oh, we've got a few more listeners in the house. VeVe Investments listening in. Thanks for joining us, buddy. I know it can tend to get a bit late around your time, around now. So thank you for taking the time to listen in. And
yeah, what's up, man? Loving what you're doing.
Yeah, mate, those videos you're pumping out.
Double Quill, likewise.
Yeah. Oh, Double Quill. That last blog you did was very entertaining as well about the different troll types. So I did get a giggle out of that. Also, if you haven't checked it out, definitely go check out.
Let's hope we don't see him.
Yeah. Well, if we do see some trolls, I got my Fudomatic 3000 ready to roll. So gun them down, get them out of the space. But yeah. So see what else has been going on. So what else has been happening in the VeVe world? So we've had a whole heap of drops lately. Let's see. We've had the Lion King. We've had Hulk. We've had the Tarzan comic. Anybody go for the Tarzan comic? No, me neither. No, unfortunately, Tarzan's not really been on big of my list of things to do. What about the Nathan Sawaya drop? With the Art of the Brick. Anyone go for that?
I didn't go for it, but I watched the videos on it. Those are pretty cool. The green one where he takes off his head and puts it back.
Yeah, I was just trying to think
I put a claim in on. I was just gonna say I put a claim in on the pencil, and I was driving and I totally forgot to check if I won or not. So I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, I think they're cool. I reckon once we get the VeVeVerse up and running, I reckon they're going to look really nice, like centerpieces, especially that red one. Can you imagine it all like blown up and it'd be like the front of your VeVe house or something like that, or be like the centerpiece of your VeVe mansion? I reckon everyone's going to do some fun things coming out of that. What else we got? Oh, we got the Mumbot the Mumbot 1 of 1. It's a new artist popping up on VeVe. I reckon the art looks cool, but as always, the 1 of 1s I'm definitely not going for. So does anybody go for the one-of-ones at all, just out of curiosity? Anybody ever chuck a bid in just for fun?
I did a $1 bid on the very first one ever.
Yeah.
And that was it. Just to say that I did it, and that was cool that they airdropped.
Yeah, nice.
But no.
No, I mean, like most of the time, like, these are well out of my budget. So that's cool that that we're dropping different artists on the platform. Though I would like to see, like, some more independent artists, like maybe like from the VeVe community, like Kid Arcade, for example. I'd like to see some of his NFTs eventually make their way to VeVe. That would be awesome.
Absolutely.
And we shout.
Yeah. And VI too. There's gonna be a lot of great artists that we're gonna get to experience on a whole new level.
And so we've got the upcoming speeder bikes coming soon. And these are cool. I mean, I can imagine zipping around in the VeVeVerse on the speeder bikes. So just try and
let me pin it to the chat.
That's it. Because I know I've been lazy and stuff to try and work out how to pin stuff to the space, because I think it's a bit tricky trying to do it as a host, but as a co-host, I think you got a bit better luck at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, man. Yeah, just you do the talking, I'll do.
Oh, that's it. So sometimes I do too much talking, waffle on a little bit. So if you want me to shut up, just everyone just put something out in the chat. But anyway, we have got. So I'm just going over the VeVe Medium blog article thing, whatever we're going off now. The blog, that's it. So we have the speeder bikes, and they are apparently ultra rare. Their price is 40 gems, and there is 2,742 editions. And are they FA? First edition, public sale. Oh yes, it's edition type, first edition. So how do we feel about speeder bikes? So do you reckon we're going to go for it for 40 gems?
I think I'm going to go for it just because I've been holding on to my 42 gems that I have not spent since I got my refund back. Yeah, so I think it's pretty cool, and it's one that I can afford at the moment. And it'll be a nice vehicle to own.
Oh, Hinano's coming up. Hinano, hey, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Hey, I heard speeder bikes, and so I kind of wanted to chime in. But before I do that, hello to everybody down there in the space. I see Nas, DQ, Double Cool. I haven't read the blog yet, but I did read part 1. And yeah, I do love the cake reference with Deanna Troy. VeVe Investments, I just saw your video the other day, great video, where he describes games in the VeVeVerse. Check that out, guys. I enjoyed that one. GOC, and who is that? That is Humble. And is that you, Chicken?
Chicken?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
We do butcher names. We do apologize. Especially.
Yeah, and you know what? In Hawaii, people butcher my name a lot too. So I feel for you. But what's up, guys? What's up, DYNO? What's up, Alex?
Oh, good, mate. So just
What's
having a conversation about speeder bikes. So what are your thoughts on speeder bikes? Do we like it?
Pass.
Not for you?
Yeah, 40 gems. Yeah, well, 40 gems. Well, hear me out. 40 gems. It does not say it's interactive. It does not say it's animated.
True.
And the X-wing is tanking. Need I say more?
Let's have a look. Well, let's have a look at the current price of the X-wing. I'll just pull it up real quick.
Is it up at least or down at least 42 gems?
I mean, the speeder bike is cool, guys. But I mean, if it's just gonna be like a piece that's gonna sit in my vault, then I'll pass on that. I mean, you can buy Night Ride, you can buy a kit for like 25 gems, and that's interactive, and you can drive it.
X-wing. The price of Luke's X-wing is currently, if my computer does not want to rug me, which would be nice. It is currently 58 gems on the floor. So that's come right down.
Here's the thing is, guys, it's VeVe's coming out with awesome stuff. Most of the drops are really cool. But in the context of what's already here and what could come, I just don't think the speeder. It's just, again, collect what you love, but we also got to pace ourselves too. And yeah, 40 gems can go a long way. I mean, you can buy an Incredible Hulk #1.
True, very true.
And yeah, I just think the upside of something like that is way higher than a speeder bike. And we're gonna have vehicles. We already have a ton of vehicles. We don't even know. Does anybody know how we're going to be able to interact with vehicles in the VeVeVerse? I mean, I know we can drive them around and stuff, but like, how helpful is that going to be when you can actually fly? You know, there might be portals, so I don't know. There might be an easier way of getting around. I mean, I remember the hoverboards were all the rage, right? Because, you know, that's what I'm going to ride in the VeVeVerse. Well, now we can fly without any help, and I'm guaranteed there will be portals at some point. So I just don't know how important that's going to be unless you're expressing yourself in, like, you love vehicles or something like that.
Yeah, true.
Someone page Fro.
Or maybe you can put a character on the speeder bike.
Yeah.
I think that'll be cool. Like, the R2-D2 can go on the X-Wing. Maybe Luke, eventually you could put him in the X-Wing. I don't know. But if you can do that, then that adds a little more interest. But still, you got to be a big-time fan to justify.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, you got to be able to, like, you know, stick your collectibles on the actual speeder bike itself, and then that way you can recreate your own little, like, speeder bike scene, like, you know, like skimming through the forest of Endor or across the sands of Tatooine or something like that. Like, you know, because just having, like, you know, a speeder bike with nothing on it that's static, that doesn't do anything, is not overly appealing. In comparison to what we've got now, we've got, like, you know, interactive X-Wings and DeLoreans and kits and et cetera, et cetera. So
now, don't get me wrong. I am going to own a speeder bike. I didn't say I wasn't going to buy one. I am just going to wait it out, and then I'm going to go swap meet style and buy it cheap.
Yep. Actually, speaking on market pickups, I do have to say, big congratulations to you about picking up that ultra rare comic. I've been watching that is it Amazing Spider-Man number? I can't remember now, but the one FA Doc Ock. So I've been watching that one for a while as well, and yeah, you're right. That one's come, like, right down compared to where it used to be.
Yeah, I got it for like 47 gems. I mean, I wasn't really looking to buy it, and then I was just kind of like, you know, cruising the comics and looking at the floor, and it was at the floor, and I was like, okay, well, I got the gems. Yeah. I'm getting.
I know you're just like, oh, god damn it, VeVe. I'm trying to save my gems, and you throw this in my face.
Well, you know, after the leak. Sorry, go ahead.
Just asking, is that the ultra rare that was 47?
Yeah, one time that was $800.
I spent $200 on it, like, right when it came out. So
yeah, I've bought some SRs that I'm not proud of the price that I paid. So I'm holding some funky stuff too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was on the floor, and you know, after like hearing about comics in the VeVeVerse, I'm like, well, you know, I don't have that one. I have a lot of comics, but now I'm just like picking and choosing, trying to find the ones that either I let go or I never was able to purchase.
Actually, that's a good topic for discussion. Now it's officially been announced, or officially been confirmed, that you will be able to display comics in your VeVeVerse. How do we all feel?
It's not official.
Oh, it's not official.
It's not official. No, it's not official, but it might as well be, since you got beta testers literally telling us it's happening.
Because that's what I thought the thing was. I thought they confirmed it in some spaces. So I saw it pop up in the X from time to time. I thought, okay, they've finally confirmed in the spaces, or someone's finally let it slip.
I've never seen VeVe officially come out and say.
Okay, well, there you go. It's still speculation then.
Well, it's not, since you got beta testers saying they're doing it. It's just VeVe hasn't come out and actually put their stamp and said comics in the showroom, right?
Unofficial.
During the demo at DCon last year, Dan said it was happening, and so this is we all expected this. It's just nice to hear that it will be available when everybody in the community gets access
Yeah.
to the VeVeVerse. It's nice that we don't have to wait for that, because we've been waiting 2 years or something. I mean, we've been waiting a long time to display our comics. And so I'm excited for all the comic collectors. I'm excited for myself. I'm excited for Mr. DYOR to display 100 plus
For me,
DYOR comics.
I think last time I checked, I was up to like 140 or something like that. So,
Wow. Amazing.
yeah. So like my walls. I mean, like there's still so many I have to get to sort of fill in the gaps in my collection. But that's life for you. And just VeVe keeps dropping all these really cool things at like stupid prices. So I'm just like, I keep getting like sidetracked. Actually, one thing I did pick up is another Aliens poster yesterday, because it was just like it was another 3-digit palindrome mint common right on the floor, and I was just like, and it was actually a bit lower than the one I already had, and it was cheaper too. So I was like, oh well, now I have to have that.
Yeah, man. We're living through a really fun time. I think we're going to look back on this and say, wow, I can't believe things were this cheap. And I know I used to say that back in 2021 as well, but things are even cheaper than they were back then in some cases. Like F.A. Robin is the cheapest he's ever been, or like he's in that range of cheapest he's ever been. Harley Quinn is below retail. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think about these prices. And yeah, we just don't have enough gems to take full advantage of it. But that's why I've been buying. Like I settled in on some cheaper stuff, like the Sam Wilson Mighty, something that, hey, if I see it for $4, I can buy that. It's not going to kill my gem balance, but that's something that I've seen go as high as 100. And so by buying over time, we can really DFA. What is it called? DCA, dollar cost average.
I know.
Yeah, because these prices keep sinking.
They do, yeah. And we got Nos in the house. Nos, how are you, buddy?
Yo, what's up, Osman?
Yeah, we're good. We're good, mate. How are you? It's been a while.
What's up, brother?
Everything's up. Hey, Dean. It's been really busy lately. Every time I get home, I'll pull up Webby Wednesdays, and I catch you guys on the tail end. I'm actually here at Disneyland right now, chilling, and the family's on. Go ahead.
And I think you're breaking up, Nos. You're coming in really quiet, mate.
Oh,
cool. He's at Disneyland.
Yeah.
Disneyland. Oh, nice one.
Can you hear me now, Oz?
That's a bit better, yeah.
Or is it still muffled? Oh, gotcha. Yeah. My apologies.
That's good, mate.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out with Disneyland.
Ah, nice one. So, whereabouts in Disneyland are you?
Right next to It's a Small World right now.
It's
the kids and the wife is riding It's a Small World.
Excellent. It's a Small World. I kind of love and hate that ride at the same time, because it's like really creepy and has a really catchy song that you can never get out of your head.
No, I hate it. That's the reason why I'm not on it. My wife tried to make me feel bad. She goes, "Okay, we're gonna go ride It's a Small World, and we're gonna go to World of Color and see the show." And I was like, "I am not riding It's a Small
it's like
World."
Nope.
She's like, "Come on, it's with the kids. It's with us." Nope, I hate that. It's the most annoyingest ride ever, and I'm good.
That's it. Oh, mate, it's like, and even like just like looking like the little figures, like doing their thing, like they're going, "It's a small world after all." It's like, it just looks scary. They look like they're just like way too happy. It's like something out of like child's play, like like Chucky dolls.
Yeah, it makes the term repetitive.
Oh yeah,
like overrated.
Yeah. I'm here.
Sorry,
Where you going, Donnie?
No, I just wanted to ask, like, when's the last time you were there? Before today.
So, before the summer. So I have annual passes, but I have the annual pass where the whole summer is blacked out. So we haven't gone through the whole summer, which is fine though. I hate coming through the summer because the crowds are ridiculous. So it's fine by me. So June, July? is the last time we came in. I think it was July.
Ah, nice. At which and which Disneyland is this? I'm assuming it's Anaheim or Florida. Is that
Yeah. So Disneyland. Yeah, Disneyland is Anaheim, and Disney World is
sorry.
Florida. So yeah, I'm in Disneyland.
Ah, nice.
Very good.
Ah, cool, mate. Well, hope.
Yeah, I was
go
going
on,
to
Dan.
ask.
No, go on, mate.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I hope the weather's nice and you're having a great time.
Oh yeah, it's pretty warm. It's in the 80s. Yeah, I was gonna see how Disneyland has changed because I haven't been in probably 10 years. Even though I'm in SoCal, I just haven't been. So I've seen things online that they've added a ton to it, Star Wars Land and a bunch of stuff. So I was gonna see like how long it's been since you've been there and if anything's changed in the last few months to a year.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been a pass holder, an AP pass holder for maybe about a year and a half, almost 2 years now. And within that 2-year time span, there's a bunch of stuff that's kind of been added and they've been working on. But if you haven't been here for 10 years, man, I remember when I first got the passes. And then the last time I was here was when my kids were 2 and 3, before we went to Washington. So I know there was several rides that were still in the works. Literally in the last year and a half, they opened up a new part of Disneyland. It's called Mickey's Toontown.
Oh, cool.
And then all the Star Wars stuff. Yeah, it's been awesome. You'll have a blast, bro. And then with the VeVe stuff, it just makes it so much more fun. I can't be 100% a nerd when I'm here because my wife hates it when I go, oh, wait, let me take a picture. She goes, okay, what are you going to take a picture of? Oh, I'm trying to place my VeVe collectible right next to this statue. And then she's like, rolls her eyes, and it's funny. So, yeah. But it's fun for anyone that's a VeVe fan for sure here at Disneyland that likes to take pictures with the AR. It's a blast to actually have fun with it in the park with it, and then Star Wars with the X-Wing out right now, it's going to be so fun with it. So there's a bunch of stuff you could do.
Just put them on It's a Small World and then go off and
that's it. Yeah, just keep going round and round on that little boat or train or whatever they've got.
I would do that, but I actually forgot that we were coming today. So I am actually in my work dress shoes for the last 4 hours.
All right.
Ooh,
That sucks.
yeah. The dogs are barking, I'm sure.
It's all right.
Yeah. So, Nos, have you had a chance to pick up anything in the market, a bit of market action? So, you've been sitting on the sidelines enjoying time with the family. So, what's been your experience lately?
Oh yeah, I sold my VeVe logo a couple weeks back, and then I kept 300 gems on the app after cash out. So I thought I was gonna hold on to those gems a lot longer, but
so nope, never happens.
There's some good SR deals, good UR deals, good rare deals. I started buying some stuff real cheap for MCP, and then I hit my threshold, which is about 150 gems. And I told myself I wouldn't go below that, and then I just had to buy another X-Wing and went for the drop on the X-Wing. I have I sniped. Well, I looked at it. It's a pretty cool snipe. I sniped a mint 300 or 3,300 of the frozen Disney pencil.
Okay.
So that was really cool. I have that like listed at 500 or 200, 300, something ridiculous to where I don't think anyone should buy it. But if they do, that means they love 33.
Yeah.
But I'm actually keeping the pencils. They want to collect them. That's definitely something.
No, nice. And you're going to go for the airdrop, the desk when it eventually rolls around?
I'll see when that time comes. When that time comes, I'll look at the cost of the pencils. where I bought them at, and what I think the desk would go for, and if the desk looks appealing. I mean, so we'll see how it goes during that time.
Oh, no problem. So is anyone else going for the desk for that matter? Like, does anyone actually find it appealing? I mean, me personally, I'm not going for it, but is it on anyone else's hit list? No. Nope. We're getting tons of getting a lot of these across the board. No, but the pencils have been quite popular.
Yeah, I mean, the cool part I like about these drops, it's a rebate on the type of collectible you want to get. So if you want to go for the pencils only, you could sell the collectible and then get the pencil at a discounted rate because it's their drop free. And then vice versa, if you want the collectible, you could sell the pencil, sell it at a discounted rate, or obviously collect both and then go for the airdrop and the burn. So I really like the drop in that aspect, for sure.
I just think it's fun too, right? Like this just opens up so much more avenues to have fun on the app, especially before, pre-VeVeVerse. So I just love, and the fact that Disney's doing it. I remember there was a time when we were all wondering, is Disney gonna do the airdrops and something with the license, and would they ever do that? They're doing innovative things that it's like they're probably they have the best airdrops on the app, right? So it's really cool to see them adopt it. And I mean, of course they're going to develop this out over time, and I can see like a reward system, stuff like that possibly coming. So even though I'm not interested in the airdrops at the current time, I just am super happy that they're doing it, and it adds interest to these collectibles beyond just buying them and enjoying
creates
them.
Utility and excitement, which is what we want.
Absolutely. And if you like the collectibles, it's cool to collect them and you have your reward, but to be further rewarded for true fans and people that did take the extra step to make sure they collected them, it's cool to reward them for that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I saw something similar, which I thought was quite an interesting question. It was in relation to basically collecting certain, like take the Ultra Rare comics, for example. One idea I saw floating around on Spaces on X, which I can't remember who posted it now, but the idea was that what if you got a special airdrop if you collected just one certain artist, like if you say collected all the Ultra Rare exclusive covers from Nicoletta Balderi, or maybe Ramita Jones, or Dave Lopez, or some basically all the exclusive artists. And then say if you got all of their comic book covers, that you were say airdrops like an exclusive cover, or a special one-of-one print or something like that. Wouldn't something like that be cool as well, and give people that little bit of incentive to sort of collect and hold the covers as well? What do you reckon about something like that?
Yeah, I love the idea. I love the idea of a rewards program, right? I think companies have been doing that for a long time, and so why wouldn't we see it in this space too? And yeah, I think that would be awesome. And I think too, another aspect is going to be, I think it's been mentioned before in an article way back when. Have to go through the archaeological records to dig it up, but something about badges, right? Badges. So if you collect all the Mighties, you'll have a Mighties badge, and then you'll have special rewards for someone who has that badge. So I think they can do that with artists. They can do that with certain collections where you would get a badge. Maybe you get extra points.
Yeah, I like that.
Or special privileges for that badge. So I think there's a lot of ways they can go with it that's going to incentivize collectors, and that's long overdue, right? And in my opinion, it's been a Flippers app for a long time. Obviously, collectors are going to be happy because they get what they want, but if you can not get gouged for the things that you want, that's even better. But I think over time, the more they reward collectors, it's going to bring more and more collectors on, and just help the collectors that are here feel appreciated and feel like that they're not getting gouged by people that are just out for the money. So
yeah, that's true. I like that idea actually. I like the idea of like, you know, badges and things like that. Like, you know, say if you got a badge, like, you know, for like, because they do like things like that, like on other platforms, like what's a good example? Like Audible, for example. Like Audible gives you like, you know, little badges, like, you know, for like, you know, when you listen to like 6 books in a row or something like that, or you listen for 40 hours in a month or something like that. So like it'd be cool if like VeVe did something like that. Like say you open the app, like, you know, like, you know, 20 times in a week or something like that, or you collect X amount of collectibles, or if you do this or do that, and you get rewarded a little badge or a star. And even if it just gives you like a little bit of like bragging rights or some clout or something like that, or that would be cool too, because something you can like post in the feed, or or like you said, gives you extra MCP points or some other reward, or say like you collect X amount of badges and that puts you in the wait list for a drop, or gives you some sort of airdrop or whatever like that. So yeah, there's a long list of things that they could possibly do with it.
Right, exactly. The possibilities are endless. I think it's the way that you roll out rewards can be, you know, based on creativity and obviously licensing and all that. But yeah, I think that's a super cool idea, like super cool concept that I think we will see 100%. That's just my opinion. I fully expect to see it.
Yeah, same. Just something that gets people engaged, and just something that basically just keeps people in the door. And that's what you want.
Yeah, and like you said, you know, bragging rights. I think the VeVeVerse is going to be highly social, and so you know, kind of what we use social media for, obviously to connect with people, but you want to express yourself, you want to kind of show your family and friends certain things about your life. And I think badges would do that as a collector, to say, yeah, no, I'm serious about this collection, or yeah, I'm top tier. I guess that's what the MCP rank does as well. So I'm sure that'll be all tied in with the Oni rewards, with the MCP points. All of that is gonna, I'm guessing, play hand in hand, because where I saw the badge concept was on that blog post a long time ago when the first MCP article came out. So I'm sure it'll all be tied in.
Yeah, for sure. So I just want to do a quick shout out as well. Got a few more listeners listening with us. So we've got Dave. Thanks for joining us, Dave. We've got Pyromaniac, Chris Severs. Say thanks for taking the time to listen in, mate. I know it gets a bit late around your time of day. Say DJ, thanks for coming back, buddy. Always a pleasure. Say aloha. Say you're here. Poppy's still here. Fried Labbits is still here. Double Quill, Evolved, AO. Say glad you can take the time to listen in, mate. I know life's been a bit hectic for you at the moment. And Hinano is still here as well. So thanks for joining us, everybody. So in case you're just jumping in, this is VeVe Wednesdays, episode 22, brought to you by the VeVe Collective. So in case you're wondering, what is the VeVe Collective and what is this word I keep throwing around all the time? So the VeVe Collective is basically a group of us collectors that came together to create a safe space where we can basically talk about our love of collecting, VeVe, NFTs. So just a nice little geek out space. Just for anybody who might struggle to express themselves out in the real world and just want to come and chill with like-minded individuals. That's us. So, you know, some of our members include DYNO, the Real Uncommon Podcast, VeVe Investments, just to name a few, and myself. So I'm actually the elected president of the VeVe Collective Club, I guess you could say. I don't say that enough. I don't really go around announcing that enough. But that is true. And we do also have a Discord as well. So if you're interested in getting involved with a bit more about what we do and getting involved in our space, send us a DM or send DYNO a DM, or just contact one of our members and we'll get you in. Just want to throw it out there because I know I don't say it enough.
Yeah, Double Quill's in there, Popey's in there, Evolved. So yeah, we roll deep. I personally am super grateful for the VeVe Collective because I was very much on the sideline in the first year and a half of my VeVe journey, and you know, I connected with people here and there, but ever since connecting with you, Osman,
Mhm.
on Twitter, and then doing
Yep.
that interview with you, and then you introduced me to what would become the VeVe Collective. Definitely just seeing growth in myself. I was always scared to come up and speak in spaces, and now we do this every week. So, and then, you know, the video thing I was doing, but it was a lot more fun with you guys and doing roundtables, and never did that before. So yeah, it's been a blessing to me, and getting to know you guys, it's made it way more fun. And then yeah, we can just geek out together, and then also, like, we don't give each other advice. It's not financial advice, but we do help each other, right? And I think there's a lot of power in that, because it's a wild west out there, and I've gotten taken many
same.
times. And so it's cool to just be able to bounce ideas off of each other, and say, hey, what do you guys think? Should I sell this for this? Or what do you guys think about buying this at this price? So to be able to support each other has been really valuable for me.
That's it. Gonna do this one. No, that's awesome, Dino.
You guys are hilarious.
It's like battle of the claps. And we do also have Chris Severs in there as well. As like, so we forgot to mention you, Chris. But yeah. I mean, like that's basically the whole reason we created the space, is that it's just somewhere for us to sort of express our love of collecting, and and it's not just so much just like, you know, for financial advice, or just like, you know, should we buy this, should we buy that? It's just like, you know, just so we have something to talk about, like, you know, like say like the latest like a Star Wars series, for example, just somewhere where we can like talk about, like, you know, Star Wars, and not be treated like, you know, that we're saying like, you know, different language or something. But D has her hands up.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to chill our podcast a little. We are having
chill and chill.
Yeah, chill and chill. We had our first thing on our live stream today with the chill and chill. But anyway, yeah, so we reached a little over 200 subs on YouTube, so we're doing a giveaway. It's on. There's more information on our podcast account here on X. So there's 2 sets of prizes. One would be for US and Canada residents, and then the other one would be for non-US and Canada. Just because we can't really afford right now to ship other places because we're not monetized yet. Yeah, so if anyone's interested, go check out the post and follow what you're supposed to do to get your entries in. And on another note, we are Starboy ambassadors. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So we'll have a Starboy NFT for a giveaway in the future. Anyways, yep. Go ahead and follow and do all that.
That's it.
Yeah, it's pinned up there. It's pinned up there in the space. Hinano?
Oh, cool. Thanks, man.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey guys, so like, it's free stuff, so it's super easy. You literally just comment on the poster, say I love comics. If you're in US or Canada and they're good comics, it's Spider-Man 7, so it's the first appearance of Spider-Boy, and also it's the first issue of Spider-Man India. All you got to do is comment in that and just type in I love comics, and just put where you are in the US. And then for the NFT side, we're giving away a McFarlane Toys digital Bane, and then also a Kid Arcade NFT Stormtrooper. And so, and that's for everyone outside of the US and Canada. Just comment on that, say I love NFTs, and just tell us where you are in the world so we know which wheel to put you guys in. Now, if you guys comment exactly what I just said on the posters, in our podcast tweet, also the 2 live streams, then that's 3 entries on the wheel for you. And it's free stuff, guys. Super easy. Go for it.
That's it.
I see. No.
Yeah, I got my entry in. So It's like three words tied together that every human being on the planet loves to hear. Easy, free stuff.
There you go.
There you go. So if you haven't got your entry in, get it in now. And you never know, you might be able to pick yourself up something cool. And congratulations to the Real Uncommon podcast for your 200. Is it 200 subs?
Yeah, sorry. It's actually 216, but I forgot to tell everyone that the entries are good until Saturday, and then we're going to close it, and we will announce the winners Saturday on a live stream. And then also just to kind of touch on the Starboy ambassador program, I didn't really realize we were going to be a part of that until I woke up this morning. But Sleepin is also a part of the Starboy ambassador program as well. And after you guys are done at WebV Wednesdays, go and check out the Superstars new video because they just announced more utility. There's already utility for these Starboys, and they're giving away some cool stuff like McFarlane Toys digital NFTs. They're giving away a Cryptoid Classic.
Oh, wow.
Now, if you guys don't own one from Cryptoys, that's kind of like their Bat Cowl, their equivalent of their Bat Cowl, where you get early access to the beta games. And I'm playing the beta game right now, the ZUFO Escape. Fun game. The only downfall is you get frustrated and your thumbs get sore. And then I also hear from Bones that there are some future airdrops for holders. So they are determined to make sure whoever's holding a Cryptoid Classic gets utility. And there's also some other stuff as well the Starboys will offer for utility. So check that guys out. And I'm not trying to shill it just because I'm an ambassador. We're just mainly trying to help those guys out. But they're really bringing utility to the space for their project. So check it out.
Yeah, definitely. So that's what the space is all about. Like, helping each other out and just helping us all grow in this fun collecting journey, which is VeVe and digital collecting. And those guys are killing it over on their channel.
Yeah, and I just wanted to shout out Hinano and Dee. Super generous people, have sent me multiple gifts. I love you guys. And yeah, they're like 200 subs, just the beginning. Congratulations on that. And you guys are going to keep going. You provide something to the space that we don't currently have, and that's getting to know the people behind the collector. And that's something that I really, really love and appreciate about you guys. And just having talked to you guys on a deeper level, you guys are deep people that care about people. And you can see that in the interviews, and you bring out that side of people. And that's going to connect all these dots, right? Because I'm here to connect, right? We our kind of tagline in WebV, like collect and connect. Connecting is a big part of that. That's something we're doing right now. That's why we do WebV Wednesdays, is so we can connect with each other. And so that's something that the Real Uncommon podcast does every episode, is get to know the person behind it, and that bridges gaps. So I love you guys.
Thanks, man. Love you too.
Yeah, man. Same sentiment right there. We're really trying to fill a niche portion of this space that we feel nobody was doing, and that's just talking story with you guys and getting to know everybody. On a personal level. We're not trying to tell the news or trying to shill the next project. Although I just did shill a project, but mainly we're just trying to spread the Aloha spirit the way we can.
That's it. And I'm everything times 3,000 what DYNO just said. Yeah, we appreciate everything you do for the space. You are amazing people. Your generosity just has like no limits. And I'm the same. Like, no, I've received gifts from you guys, birthday presents, which completely blew me away. And so we appreciate you, everything you do, and we love you guys. Sorry, get a little bit teary. but yeah. Anyway, so if you haven't checked out the Real Uncommon podcast and everything they're into, definitely check that out on the YouTube channel and in the spaces, and also check out the giveaway, and go and check out the Superstar Money channel as well. Those guys do amazing content as well, and real positive voice in the space.
Yeah, and I got a confession to make, is I have been trying to buy a Starboy for the last 5 days. I'm finally on my computer now. I've been trying to do it through my phone and having issues. And so now I'm trying to buy it on the desktop. So stay tuned. We'll see how that goes. If I have questions, I hope I can ask you.
Yeah,
guys.
because do you buy it through MetaMask or do you go through like a separate site?
See, I have Coinbase wallet, and it doesn't.
And it just doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem to want to do it.
I left my MetaMask in the dust a long time ago.
Okay.
In favor of Coinbase wallet, but it doesn't seem like it's compatible with this. I'm trying though. Now, even someone that's been in the space for 6-7 years, I still have trouble sometimes. So, and it seems super simple, but if things aren't compatible, they're not compatible.
Yeah.
DYNO, you got any Matic on you?
I have some Matic in my Coinbase wallet. Yeah.
So I have 2 giveaways. One that was provided by SS, and then I have another one. I'll sell you that one if you can't do it the way that you're doing it now, and you just transfer me the Matic. It's cheap. It's like $5 Matic.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, good to know. Yeah, I'll reach out to you.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, thank you.
Look at that. The power.
Of course.
Power of decentralized finance. We can just do it like that. Boom.
I'll have my bank transfer the money, and it will be there in
That's
5
it.
days. Okay? I'm just kidding. Yeah, we can skip out.
But watch out. Dave is going to come up here and tell us. He's going to tell us how to do it right. It doesn't take 5 days. And I've been told also not only by Dave, by many other people.
He has like a whole list of different ways to do it.
Yep.
I'm secretly waiting for him to hit the request button, but no, it's all good. Yeah, but no, Dave does provide a lot of really helpful, useful information. Oh, he's done it! He's done it! He's hit the request button. Let's get him up.
Let's go.
Hey, Dave, how are you, buddy?
Dave.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
You rang?
Decentralized finance. What someone said, sending Matic.
What's up, Oz? What's up, DYNO? Hinano, D. How y'all doing? What's good?
Hey, Dave.
Chilling. Man? You guys good? Good. DYNO, what are you trying to do? How can I help?
I'm trying to buy a Starboy.
What's a Starboy?
Superstar money.
Oh.
Launch mint. Launch my NFT.io.
NFT.io. That's the site that it's on. That's the mint site.
It's launch my NFT.io.
Oh, gotcha. Launch.
And I'm connecting my wallet, but it doesn't look like Coinbase wallet is compatible.
Huh? How's that possible? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I would think that would be one of the main ones, but
yeah, these guys got to be careful what sites they mint this shit on, man.
Right. So have you ever seen this site, or are you concerned about it at all?
I have not. If I'm just being honest, I don't like it. Just off the bat, because I mean, especially is it a manifold company? Hold on.
Yeah. To be fair, I mean, I've never heard of this company either up until Superstar started minting on it. Like normally it's like either Rarible or OpenSea is usually the two I always hear about.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't want to knock it, right? Just I haven't heard of it, but especially if you're minting something for the first time, like, especially if it's like your collection that you're minting for the first time, like, like mint the collection, and then like if anything, like do it on stuff that people are familiar with at least, so you get people in the door first, like OpenSea or Rarible or one of these other marketplaces, and kind of go from there. But he did it on Polygon, you said, right?
Yeah.
So
you use Matic for this.
Yeah, so you could use Wallet Connect, your OKX wallet, which right there tells me this is a foreign entity, or your MetaMask. You don't have a MetaMask, DYNO?
I do, but I left it dormant. I guess I could stock it up with some Matic and then just buy it that way.
Yeah, I mean, you can if you want. I mean, or just like on your MetaMask, you can open up. We don't have to go through the delegate that XYZ thing now, but definitely everybody check out Delegate XYZ, where it keeps you safe from this kind of like this specific example right here, where you don't have to connect, you don't have to create a burner, you don't have to do anything. You just go to delegate .xyz, and ultimately you're able to do it from the contract level. So you literally can, if you have like a cold storage wallet, so you use that and that has all your stuff on it, you take that one and then you create a separate MetaMask, and that MetaMask is kind of like the middleman, and this way you don't have to, but it acts as like a ghost, like a power of attorney. So it like when you go to connect your wallet, it's like, hey, I'm representing Dave's, Ledger wallet, and he's got all this stuff in there, and it's good. Like this is what we got, and this way nothing is ever at risk. So you can connect your wallet to this kind of site, and not have to worry about shit.
Yeah, that's good. Kind of like
good stuff,
which is super important, especially on the heels of those hacks and stuff, right? I mean, it might not be the exact same thing, but it's definitely something we got to consider. So you said delegate.xyz.
Yes, sir.
Write that down. Delegate.xyz.
Typing it down right now.
Yeah, but it's good to have these like layers of like safety, like because that's what can happen. Like and some of these hacks is a good example of that. Like for people who were affected by the L1X hack, for a good example. I mean that was another very I don't want to use the term horrific experience, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah, people got taken for a good amount of money on that L1X hack.
Yeah,
man. That was unfortunate. Yeah, see, I'm trying to connect to the site now, and it's like taking forever.
For the launch my NFT one.
Yeah, it just failed to connect. I don't know if that's I don't think it's my phone, but like I'll connect.
If Dave's having problems, I don't feel bad. All right.
Even the X have trouble.
I feel because I was feeling stupid, and I see all these people on Twitter posting, "Oh, I got my Starboy. I'm like, why can't it? It won't work for me." But
yeah, like sometimes, like some of these things can get a little wonky. But like if I use now, if I'm using my MetaMask, I just added another account to my MetaMask, one that whatever I've never used before. It worked pretty seamlessly to connect with MetaMask on the desktop. And I would always recommend do shit on the desktop. You know what I mean? Like don't do shit, especially if you're doing it for the first time. Don't do it on the on your phone. It's always safer to do it from desktop.
Yeah, good call.
What is it called? Starboy?
Yeah, Starboys.
These Starboys. How do I find it?
Yeah, it wasn't coming up on search either. I just went to Superstar Money's Twitter, and then they posted something 30 minutes ago. Maybe I can put it to the space.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, let me know if you need any other help.
Let me do that.
Yeah, thanks,
Dave.
Dave.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
That's it. And if anyone else has any issues with the Web3 space or anything else they need help with, Dave's normally always open to DMs and happy to help anybody.
Yeah, been super helpful for us.
Definitely.
Oh, you know what you guys can do? You know what you guys can help me with? I actually just now set up the Reset Twitter account. I'm realizing everything's got to have its own social handle. You know what I mean? Like it really, really does. So I'm going to. It's at the Reset Web 3.
Okay.
The Twitter handle. I'll pin something. I got to post something first, but I'll post it and then pin it to the top. If everyone could just go follow, that would be amazing.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. One of the things we definitely advocate for is supporting each other in the community. So, yeah, the Reset will be on there.
Let's go.
Followed.
Oh, we've got a request from Loneways 3. I know he's gone now. I was going to say I do have my Fudomatic ready to go in case we've got a troll on our hands, but he's gone now. So I thought that's it.
That's it.
I do like to give people the opportunity to sort of come up and say their two pieces in there and actually contribute to the conversation. But sometimes we do get the odd troll in here or someone that just wants to discourse hell in the space. That's why I've got my trusty Fudomatic 3000 ready to roll. I'll even load it up right now just to be safe. There we go. But just
trolls beware.
You need trolls, Oz. You need trolls, bro. How are you gonna know a troll if you don't interact with them?
That's true, and also that is also a good point. I can't actually use my Fudomatic 3000 if I don't have any trolls to gun down.
Exactly.
Shooting range.
That's it. But on a serious note though, if anybody does want to come up to the stage and does have something they want to contribute to the conversation or 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 even just wants to come up and say hi. And the space is always open to everybody. It's a safe space. We do appreciate it, everyone's point of view, and always happy to listen to anything that anybody wants to contribute. So that offer is always there. And even if you want to listen in the background too, that's totally cool as well. We just appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come and chill with us.
Yo. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, guys, we should talk in the DMs. Not to be shady or anything, but like, I'm working on this like thing, obviously, for the reset that I think like everybody who's like either like content creator or whatever, like if you're trying to like promote something and you need like engagement from the community, it's a super, super fun tool that's like, it creates like a whole loyalty program for you. Like you can give away, like do all these giveaways and NFTs, but you can actually get stuff in return, right? So you get, whatever the action is, like you want subscribers to YouTube, follows on Twitter or on Instagram, right? So like you're incentivizing like, just kind of like social action for people that are in part of your community. And then you can kind of, because you guys are doing the giveaways anyway, so it'd be a great way to do it. So hit me up in the DMs and I'll let you know exactly what I'm doing.
All right.
Can't give away the secret sauce in public.
Fair enough. So hush. I like it.
Yeah, and I know as VeVe Collective, we eventually want to get to the point where we're doing live streams and giveaways and things like that too. So yeah, you're on the radar, man. Thank you. And thanks for like all the innovative things that you create. Yeah, it's impressive stuff. I don't know how you do it. It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh,
for sure.
So Dee's got a hand up.
Yeah, Dave. I went to follow your the reset page, but I'm not able to like share it here. Is there a way we can share it up on the top?
Yeah, because I didn't post anything yet. Let me just go post something real quick.
I say,
okay, gotcha.
Just on the subject of that, we should probably do something with the VeVe Collective, shouldn't we? We should probably make our own Twitter page, because that's something that's been on our to-do list for ages. Kind of getting knocked to the bottom of things.
Yeah, great minds think alike, man. That's when he said that everything has to have its own page. I was thinking, man, yeah, we don't
that's
have
it.
one.
We should probably do that. So stay tuned, everybody. Say,
probably like, what's that VeVe Collective? Who's the guy that runs that? Like Osmond something. And then they aren't able to find you, and then forget about it, right? So I think, yeah, if it's just VeVe Collective, then people will be able to find it a lot easier.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like,
I gotta say, I gotta say, because we have an X page for the podcast and management. Someone's got to manage the thing. Between D and I, we forget, because our own profiles have so much notifications that we sometimes forget about the other one. And then also we have a third project that you guys probably never heard of called Life in HD that we also manage on Instagram. Yeah, and that one has to do mainly with Hawaii. So it's a lot of work actually to manage a social media account. And you got to be attentive towards it too.
Sorry, I just want to do a quick shout out as well. So the superstars just jumped into our live stream, our space. They must have heard us talking about the Starboys project. So
let's go, superstar. Get up here, boy. Tell us about this project of yours. Let's hear it.
That's it. Me. So just in case you're jumping in now, that we've had DYNO trying to buy his first Starboy, and we've got Hinano and Dee. I've got Starboys giveaways coming up, and just been trying to promote your project best we can, mate. Love what you're doing, and just keep it going. But we hear you got some big utility coming soon, so really looking forward to that, and just enjoying all the content you guys pump out, and keep doing what you're doing. Love it.
I second all of that.
Third.
That's it.
Fourth.
Unanimous. No, I love it. Cool. So what else has been happening in the world today? It's coming up on 5:20 in the morning here in the UK. So I've got probably about another half hour before I have to start worrying about my kids getting up and rugging my space. But if there was anybody who wanted to come up to the stage and say hi or say a few words, by all means, please do so. Dee, you got something you want to throw in?
Yeah, has anyone seen the first 2 episodes of
That was actually going to lead into
Ahsoka?
my next question. beat me to it again. No, I have not. That is on my to watch list for tonight while I'm waiting for all these videos to process so I can get them to YouTube.
Okay, yeah, us too.
No?
We haven't watched it yet.
Done.
I like to let things back up and then I binge it. So I'm going to be waiting. The risk is always spoilers. But I actually just watched Into the Spider-Verse 2 or Across the Spider-Verse.
What'd you think?
2. Dude,
Oh yeah.
badass. I mean, so badass. It's so good. Yeah, I loved it. So I made it this long without, one of my best friends was like raving about it for weeks. I think he's seen it 3 or 4 times, and he's like, "Dude, just watch it so I can not spoil it for you and we can talk about it." So I finally made the time, and I'm so glad I did. And it was always on the list, but so that's what I do with shows or movies is I'll wait and then I'll binge it. So yeah, it was, but yeah, the Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, definitely highly recommend if nobody's seen it yet. Definitely put it to the top of your to watch list. Okay.
Are
Absolutely.
you on Star Wars?
What's that?
Are you all caught up on your Star Wars list? I know you had a long list before.
Yeah, I binged it. I made it through episode 9.
Nice.
And yeah, it was good. It felt nice to go through it quickly too, not over the course of decades, but just do it over the course of a few months and have everything fresh in my mind and make the connections that were made. And like I guess the 9th one got some really terrible ratings, but I liked it. I thought it tied a bow on everything and I was satisfied with it. So I'm sure some of the purists probably hate on the newer ones, but I thought they were pretty cool. I'm more of like I like visual effects, so I'm really happy to see the modern take on Star Wars, and Mandalorian's awesome.
Oh God, yeah.
So yeah, when I went back and watched episodes 4 through 6, I could appreciate it for how classic it is. And man, I was always someone who I don't like villains. And so I was like, Darth Vader, he's overrated. When you actually watch the movies, I'm like, I actually love Darth Vader. He's not only is he badass, but obviously what he does at the end of episode 6 just was so cool. And so I was like, man, he's awesome. So it felt good to binge through all those episodes and see like Star Wars for its.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what though, if you like Vader action, check out Obi-Wan. If you want to see Vader just tear everything up in Obi-Wan.
I did. I actually watched Obi-Wan before I went on this journey of watching all the episodes. So that's actually what got me like first was like, wow, Vader is badass. And to see a modern Vader, right? Because I've tried to watch Star Wars in the past and I'm like, oh, it's so old and it's hard to get into. But in Obi-Wan, it's obviously everything's modern and it's so cool. And so then when I did watch, all of the old ones, it was like, okay, story value, character development, that's what I'm going to focus on. And I actually love the movies, and especially Return of the Jedi. That one was my favorite.
Yeah, that is good. We got Chris Seppers in the house. Say, how are you, Chris? Thanks for jumping up.
Hey, Chris.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey,
What's up, Chris?
Good. Just wanted to say hello, and yeah, no spoilers. I haven't seen Ahsoka yet, so I was just like, oh no, I might have to mute my earphones.
No, that's cool. No spoilers. But I have been told that apparently it's the Ahsoka series is more or less Rebels season 5, so you might need to catch up on Rebels if you haven't seen it already, or the very least. Yeah, go on, mate.
We've watched them all. Well, I know I told you before, my son and I watched the whole Marvel MCU, and now we're doing the basically the whole Star Wars series on Disney Plus. So we've gone on through it all. We're pretty caught up, and excited. Yeah, I'm actually just about finished. I've got, I think, 3 episodes left of Daredevil season 3. I'm rewatching for the third time, so it's fantastic. Oh boy, it's dark. Like if there's anyone out there that's averse to the violence, the show gets pretty
pretty brutal.
pretty into it. But yeah, but it's really cool. My only spoiler is there's a photo of me somewhere lingering from when Roth Metaverse Life came to Vancouver a few months back, and I was buying a bunch of Daredevil comics at our local comic book store with him, and it's the Daredevil sort of 286 to 290 range, and they've kind of matched the storyline of the comic books perfectly. It's really neat to see how that happens. You know, something that was built back in the 80s, 90s, and then you get a writer that sees that, reads it, and this does a great job mimicking it. So I'm thinking that's what Ahsoka is going to be too. So I'm pretty excited. So
no, very cool.
Yeah, well, that's my recommendation. If anyone's looking for some more content, check out Daredevil on Disney Plus. It's worth it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I still have to catch on my Daredevil too. I managed to get through season 1 of Daredevil and then sort of lost track of the other two, you know, because of like life. Like I still got Daredevil. I still got what else is there? There's Luke Cage, Defenders, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist. I got loads.
Yeah, do Daredevil first because that actually leads into Jessica Jones, which then leads into Luke Cage, which leads into
they're all
Iron
connected.
Fist. They're all kind of sequential like that, and how the characters develop. But yeah, it's all connected, right? We're seeing all these on VeVe. It's really cool. And
actually, just
the only other thing this afternoon, I watched an episode. If anyone hasn't followed, for those of you that know Mazer, Denis Mazerel, he put me on to a physical collector named
Swaggle House.
So it's SWAGGLEHAUS, and he's fantastic. And he just went through his top 20 comic picks. You know, this is the time to buy the physicals and whatnot. And I thought he was just reading the list of everything that's dropped on VeVe lately. So it was pretty cool to see that. But and he had an interview with a guy that just created an app. I can't remember what it's called, box something, but it's an app that helps physical collectors sell their comic books globally. Okay. Right, you can buy, sell, list, and trade. I'll look up the name here, but interesting because he Swaggle House asked the question, you know, what are your thoughts on this digital comic revolution that seems to be mimicking what we're seeing in the TV space? And this guy was like, yeah, I'm pretty bullish on it. You know, we built this app because it's really hard to sell and move your comic books around the world, and we're trying to make that easier. And he just said, I think we're a stopgap until this digital thing really takes off. So it was kind of neat to see that, because they were talking about the Ahsoka series, how what's the Star Wars book that dropped with
Thrawn #1.
You know, that, yeah, so that book has climbed like 30 positions in the past couple of weeks since Ahsoka came out. So, and just that connection with the books, the history, and then seeing it on TV. So kind of a neat conversation you brought up, Alex. I thought it was kind of cool. So.
Yeah, well, and another thing as well is, if you haven't heard it already, is on the last episode of VeVe Weekends, myself and Dee and Sleepin had a big conversation about the Thrawn comic and the history of Thrawn and Star Wars and the Ahsoka series. So if you haven't seen that over on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel, definitely check that one out.
Yeah, I'll check that out. Thanks.
No worries. Oh, and also, Chris, before I forget as well, I want to give you a big one of these as well. I've seen you posting over on the X Spaces. You've been picking up all sorts of cool stuff, so everything from X-Wings to the Hulk drop.
It's been quite the week. I was saying earlier there, my Visa card is burning a hole through my wallet. I gotta start to slow down here. It's just hard. Like, there's some pretty cool stuff, and you know, I mean, like the Hulk thing, I'm a little miffed. I missed the drop, and then I was one of those guys that got the rebound and said I'd won the order, and I had that momentary all right. And then seconds later it says, no, your payment
no.
process. And like, oh no, but yeah, so I was watching the market, right? Like a couple hit at 50 and then 80, and then all of a sudden they're 120, and next thing you know they're 200. It just kind of settled back a little bit, and I thought, well, those mint numbers come up. This is the problem when you're a mint hunter, right? These key things show
you're
up.
Like, God damn it.
Oh, yeah. I blew the budget when I bought that Daredevil 1 secret rare.
Yeah, I know, other things start popping up, and you're like, it's like, I know I shouldn't, but I have to have it.
Yeah. Got to have it, right? It's you get stuck into it. So
big.
But anyways, we'll see. Yeah,
I think that brings up a good point, though, is that there are a lot of amazing things that have already dropped on the app that are just out of the limelight now. Like that Daredevil 1 SR, and I love the UR. I've had it a long time. Those are classic books that are going to stand the test of time. They already have. Daredevil's got a bright future with the new show, or is it going to be a movie or a show? No, it's going to be a show. Right? Like
it's a show. Yeah, it's 18 episodes.
A lot of episodes. So, so in the grand scheme of things, when you look back on it in 2-3 years, you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm glad I have that SR.
Yeah. Can't let that one go anytime soon. But and it was, I don't know. I think the whoever listed it, I think somebody goofed up in the auction and listed it at a super low, like $9 rate. I think the guy grabbed it and then flipped it, but he was still 50% off what the floor was. And so I was like, well, geez, if there was ever a time, I better just
that's it.
Grin and bear it.
So I'm just looking in the market right now, seeing what the floor is on the Daredevil comics, just out of curiosity. And we've got the SR sitting at 575 gems on the floor.
Yeah, I'm still pretty good on that.
Doing good, but
I wish I got him on the drop, but
but the common Daredevil number 1 sitting at 1250, so 12 gems and 50 frags, so that's still well within reach.
I'm trying to stack them at this level. Like I remember I had a chat with Corey, old Rhubarb, and he's a big Daredevil fan. He's like, anytime this book dips under $20, I'm grabbing them. Like,
obviously not financial advice.
I've been stacking it. I've been stacking it at 13 gems, at 14 gems, at 12 gems.
Every time we talk to you, you stack something.
That's cool. Yeah,
stacking quietly.
I stacked 3 of them when they were $100 a piece.
Well, that's exactly right.
What?
Some of those big mints that I bought, into the hundreds of dollars easy. And so now I'm loving this, because if you buy a book at $100 and you can get another one at $10, $12, suddenly you've just cut your average cost in half. And you just keep doing it. That's basically what I've done this whole bear market, is just try and correct mistakes. Like, I haven't sold anything at a loss. I keep trying to find deals to bring those
losses down.
Punches down. Yeah,
smart.
And so that's where my focus. And then all of a sudden, like a mint 1077 X-Wing shows up. You're like, oh, that's
that idea's out the window.
Yeah. But
it's overwhelming.
I can't see, technically that's a grail. I remember Comics and Crypto made that chart, right? So a high grade book, a 9.9 or a 10 on Daredevil 1 is going to go for $500,000 US. So that defines their grail status. And even half decent mints on this book are $100,000. So that's, to me, when I see that, it's just, there's still a lot of flippers in here, and but the overall listings are low. So if you do the math, right, on a 30,000 K drop, to only see a couple of hundred trading in the market, that's pretty light. That kind of tells me a lot of people are holding on to this stuff. So
absolutely,
yeah.
And it's amazing just the edition sizes from some of the older stuff that really suppresses price. But when we get back into a bear market or a bull market, and the masses that we think are coming, when they do actually come, these mint sizes are going to look like nothing again. And so now is the time to, like you said, correct those mistakes. That's why I resorted to, let me find something that is affordable for me, that's proportionate to my gem balance. That way I can buy over the course of months, or even at this point years, and be able to correct those mistakes instead of making that one big purchase and then seeing it tank another 50% and being immobilized and not able to do anything. And
exactly.
Yeah, definitely a smart play.
Yeah.
And considering like the Daredevil and the edition size on Daredevil, so there's 30K, like compared to where we are now, where we're like up to what, like 7.5 to 5K. I mean, that's like the edition size is just getting smaller and smaller. I know we'll probably get to the point like where we're only pumping out like 1,000K comics.
Yeah. Well, those Tarzan ones, they're only
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Releases. Right. I mean, I don't think they have the popularity, maybe particularly with younger kids, but I mean, it takes a couple of good movies come out, and all of a sudden there's some notoriety on it. But
hey, Chris, I think you'll be pressed to find, if you actually dig into the blockchain data and you really look at like how many of these books are like, when you think about like how many could potentially be locked up in some of these dormant accounts. I think you'll see it's a lot less than some of these bigger runs and some of what people think. Some of them are uber scarce.
Yeah, right.
Wow, that's a good point.
Some of them are Daredevil also. I just don't remember which one.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. There's what, 3-4 Daredevils if you have the newer one with the Elektra. But that's a good point too. And then there was Mr. MC1, right? All that conversation about, what if you could burn 5 or 10 commons and get yourself an ultra rare or something along those lines. And I've always thought maybe that's part of the reason they were holding back some of those issues. Like, it could be an enormous request that, maybe you got to burn 100 commons and you get a secret rare, whatever that might be, right? But I think, with that, the accounts that were lost, the merge, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And then, I mean, I just, what do I have now? I think I've got 12 or 14 MC1s. It's not a big stack. Like I think Sanjay's got like 1,000, right? But still, I mean, if I'm one guy with 10, I wrote this down in one of those blogs somewhere. If I have 10 and I'm one guy, if there were 6,000 of me, that's your whole supply. Like, how hard would it be to find 6,000 Marvel fans across the planet that would want that tiny little piece of history? For $30 right now, I don't know. There's
Patience
only
is the name of the game, right?
in existence, right? So
yeah,
I look at the big mint numbers too, and it's like, in the beginning, I think they probably weren't sure with all these bot accounts and everything. It seemed like there was demand. What was the old number? They said like 2 million people in the app and all that stuff. So a 60K drop, that's pretty good. But now I think there's been so many people collecting and stacking and just holding on to this that, that scarcity, the big books, people are just going to want, like ASM 14, the Goblin guy. Sorry, she's right on my head.
Green Goblin. Yeah.
Green Goblin. But books like that, they're just so popular. The character is so popular that why wouldn't you want to have one? I think right now that book's $5 or $6 again.
Yeah, I'm just having a look now.
Cheap. So that's why, like, I'm trying to not to give it all away, but I go after and try and get 1 or 2 of the commons on these fantastic new books. If I can pick up a rare or an ultra rare, and then I'm just try and stack the commons on the grails, because I think end of the day, the common, the OG cover is going to be what everyone's going to want to have one, and then if you can afford it, you go after the scarce.
Yeah, definitely. We're just looking at Amazing Spider-Man number 14 now. The common is sitting at $3.99.
Good grief! Yeah. See, it's the misnomer, right? Because what's that? A 70?
I think it's a 60. I think.
Yeah.
60. Let me
60.
I think that was 70.
Yeah, it's a high run,
look.
but again, that's
Oh, yeah.
we kind of trained everybody to say, yeah, let's get low release numbers but even still, right? They drop a book with 7,500 mints, and it immediately goes under retail. So I don't think we've quite grasped that concept of scarcity yet. It's just 7,500 books, on a, like, what was Hulk? Was that
10?
Was that
Hulk was
10K?
10K. Yeah, that's right.
I think so.
10, yeah. Like everybody is going to want to have Hulk. How can you not?
Yeah.
Right? You're going to want a Thor. You're going to want a Daredevil. You're going to want a Fantastic Four. Like, all of the stuff is. I just think that's when the demand comes. It'll be pretty insane. So,
I remember back in the day when we were starting to get into that first real bull market at the turn of 2021, 2022, and people were saying on Twitter, if I only could just have one MC1, and yeah, and now for $35, I mean, it got as high as $600-700 for one common, and now we're sitting at 35 again. I mean, golden opportunity. And to think about the people who were able to stack, I know I got a 4-digit mint for like $11 back in the day. I didn't stack. I didn't even know what stacking was at the time. But for everyone who stacked under $10, kudos to you. You still 3x your money if you sold today. But the fact that that is nowhere near the all-time high and nowhere near what could happen. 60K is going to be nothing in 5 to 10 years, in my opinion.
Yeah. What's that term there, Alex? NFA, non-financial.
I find it.
I mean, I'm just looking at it right now. So the floor on MC1, the all-time high was just under $800, so $790, right? So if you say 800 was the all-time high in a huge market, we had tons of gems flooding in. We had all the stuff that went on. I mean, it was pretty hyped for sure. Bitcoin was flying. Everything was crazy. And then it crashed. So, I mean, this is kind of where I'm banking. Like, worst case scenario, we get back to 50% of the all-time high. That still puts that book at $400. And then what's to say, like, all of a sudden, if all the predictions come true, you got this Bitcoin halving coming up in May, and the crypto market starting to surge, all the news, about BlackRock is just accumulating Bitcoin as fast as they can right now. Like, there's a surge coming. I feel like right now it's, those scenes where there's a tsunami and everybody starts running out onto the beach to try and figure out why the waves are pulling back.
It's
like, that's when you start running, So I think we're at that phase right now where everybody's just watching this calamity. Like, oh, McFarlane got shagged, and Recur got rugged, and oh man, it's all bad and negative. And then, so that's why these prices, I think, have come down. There's a lot of scared in the market, but again, you're not seeing, like, MC1 is consistently averaging between 1% and 2% market listings versus the total supply. If people were that panicked, you would see the market just pump. There'd be 20% of the supply listed. It would go crazy, but you're not seeing that. You're seeing a lot of people that are just prepared to sit through this and wait. And so that's, for me, that's kind of exciting. But slow and steady. That's kind of where I've always, there's been no rush with VeVe. I think they take a lot of flack from everybody that, oh, you missed the deadline, or this took too long, blah, blah, blah. But the companies that rushed it and hit deadlines are the ones that keep.
That's right. You want longevity. If you want something that's going to be around for the next 10 plus years.
Right.
Yeah, so, and if you think about what VeVe's doing too is, I remember when they started announcing the VeVeVerse, I'm like, oh man, you got to get the app going. You got to get some social controls on the app and stuff like that. Like, make the app better. But Dan had a vision that the metaverse is where people are going to be, and so they've been working their butts off on this VeVeVerse. And so not only are they able to weather the financial storm that we're in companies are dropping like flies, but yet VeVe is thriving and hiring and scaling their business. But also, they're building the future, which is where everyone, in my estimation, is going to be. So, I mean, they're just so far ahead of the game, in my opinion. It's awesome to be a part of. And when you think about the long-term future of all this stuff, and then you go into the market and it doesn't reflect that. Yeah. So there's opportunity everywhere, and it is highly saturated for how many users we have. And so, as Dan said multiple years ago, you're going to have to pick a lane. And that's something that I had to learn the hard way. I was stretched way too thin. And then I said, I got to pick a lane. Once you pick that lane and you go hard on it, I think you can be a lot more clear-minded with the decisions you make, and you won't feel like you're being FOMO'd into all these, or you don't feel like you're FOMOing into all these different things. Yeah. You can be cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah. I FOMO'd into the Hulk guy today, though. Like, that was straight up FOMO. I saw it and I'm like, I don't have it. I don't have the set. What if they say the airdrop? You have to have it
actually just
tomorrow.
Just on the subject of FOMO. So I actually did something similar, like when you posted on X about the Marvel Zombies with that Wolverine cover.
Right.
Yeah, I did the same thing with my with my Marvel Zombies collection, because I put that post in there, and then I realized that actually I'm missing one. So there's one on the Apple I've totally forgot about, and that was Ultimate Fantastic number 21. Ultimate Fantastic 21. That was the first appearance of the Marvel Zombies. Like, I haven't got that one. I better go check it out, because I completely forgot about it. And they had one sitting at a decent price. And the mint number was $11.99, and I thought, that's a cool mint number at a cool price. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
That's such a sleeper pick. I mean, in the real comic world, right? Like, you start banking on what's coming. So what show's coming out? What movies coming out? What new characters being developed? And you see those pumps in the market. But in VeVe land, digital, it's amplified because there's so many more people that are exposed to it. It's so fast to buy and sell and trade. You can see the scarcity is running out. And that's going to be a pretty... Like, the first series was in What If, where they featured the zombies, and now I think they're getting their entire show. There's a What If season 3, I think, coming.
The season 2 coming.
I mean, it takes a while to write all these shows, and now the writer strike is delaying things a little bit, which sucks. But that's going to be a pretty big thing. And it's just gone under the radar. Nobody talks about a book like that, and you wouldn't know it, because as you scroll through, as I'm always doing, right, you see the cover and it's just another Fantastic Four cover. If you click on it, and that secret rare is the first image of the Marvel Zombies.
That's very true,
cover anywhere. And so, there's the question. They dropped the Marvel Minis title at the San Diego Comic-Con, right? So that was an FA book, but here's the FA on the zombies, which is going to be pretty cool. And we've got the Deadpool zombie.
That's true,
NFTs, and so I think that's a nice one. I managed to get a pair of the SRs back when they dipped down under $40 each.
How about this as well? I know D mentioned a little bit earlier on in the episode that for the Hulk drop, wouldn't it be cool if for the airdrop we got Zombie Hulk?
Oh yeah.
And we were just speculating, we're coming up to October, we're coming up to Halloween. So is it possible? Maybe.
That could be cool. Yeah, I know I'm having these debates. My creative director at our company, he's an enormous Hulk fan. So he buys the statues in the real world. Okay. He's a statue collector. And so he lost his mind when VeVe dropped the Superman and Flash. He's like, how did they doing this? Like, that's when I got him into VeVe, and so then he bought the Swamp Thing and everything. And so, but his favorite character of all time is Hulk. He has tens of thousands of dollars of Hulk memorabilia between his office and house. Like, he's a big collector. And I asked him, I said, okay, here's the 4 we've dropped. What's coming? And he said, if First off, if they drop She-Hulk, I'm
Nah.
out.
especially if she twerks.
Exactly. Yeah. But he thinks it's either going to be what's his name? Scar?
Scar.
The young.
But yeah, well, his son, the new Hulk.
His son. Yeah, he thinks it's going to be the original Gray Hulk, but he says if they could do the animation to have Bruce Banner transform into Lou Ferrigno, cool. He says the classic collectors would lose their minds.
Yeah. We've speculated that a couple of times, like in previous episodes, like that would definitely be like the one that would draw everyone in is like you had like Bruce Banner turning into the Hulk, like in that sort of metamorphosis.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people are speculating Grey Hulk because like that's where it all started on the cover of like Hulk #1.
Yeah, and they dropped it, right? So yeah. Plus, how I don't know, like could they pull that off to do a transformation thing? I don't know.
I mean, like. Have we seen anything like remotely similar on the app yet? I don't think so. Nothing springs to mind.
No.
Good time to do something new. That would be cool. I think that's the best case scenario. What do you think, Chris? I mean, what you bought one today? I'm guessing because you're prepping for the airdrop. What are you hoping for?
I'd like the gray one. I think it would pair nicely with the cover on the common. It's so classic. It is the original that it all started from. It was the original color. And if anyone doesn't know, they inked it in gray, but it wasn't reproducing properly in the pages. So they went to a green so it would show up better. So there was a technological restriction at the time, right? And that's shows you how fast this thing has come. But that to me would be awesome. I would that'd be my favorite. I wouldn't mind a Lou Ferrigno, but I think the gray would be ideal. And also too, I really like. I probably overpaid what I wanted to pay for this thing today. But that said, of the 3 that were pre-released, one I got on the drop. The other 2 I got 40% under retail. So when the airdrop comes, divide your total cost by 5. And I'm under retail on all 5 of them. So it's kind of like, wow, that's partly why I paid more today to get this thing. So I'm always thinking, like, where's the numbers going to work out? But yeah, that'd be my pick for sure. Be the gray.
Yeah, I think that's totally in the realm of possibilities, and that's I think between Bruce or Gray Hulk, I think that's gotta go with that. I think that would be the best case scenario. That would be really cool.
Yeah, it'd be neat.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see.
Do we know when they're doing it? Like, when's the date you have to be locked in by?
I don't think so. No, I mean, they haven't announced anything like for the next drop or anything like that.
Yeah, that's always the fear with these things. After we've gone through the Thanos and everything, it's like, oh. I'm actually, if I just kept all my artifacts instead of burning them all, I'd be ahead.
No, there's always a way.
Part of me wasn't too worried about the cost on that. It's like going through that burn mechanism process. We're some of the first people on the planet that have done
definitely.
That. So to me, it was that iconic, hey, I actually transitioned something here, and that was exciting. So
yeah, we'll like the.
Yeah, so far it hasn't worked out to where the airdrops are, worth it. But I think, it would be, it's just fun, right? That's what I was saying, is just to have these mechanisms in place. It's just really fun. And then I think it would be really cool. And I don't know if they do this already, but if they give you bonus MCP points or something like that for going through that process, or like every time you burn, I think they're going to have it when you burn, you earn MCP points or you earn rewards. So I think incentivizing in other ways that aren't monetary would be really cool too.
That'd be super cool. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I gotta start thinking about wrapping this space up because it's coming up to 6 o'clock in the morning here in the UK, and my kids could wake up at any second. But I just want to say, Chris, just thanks for coming up and sharing with us, mate. So it's always fantastic for you to join us when you can.
Yeah, thanks for having. I know Wednesday nights are often tough because the family life after my day job. Yeah. when I can, I'll jump in every time.
Yeah, nice. Well, thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. We always
Appreciate it.
appreciate you.
All right. Well, yeah, I gotta start wrapping the space up because I can hear my kids kicking around upstairs. Oh, D, you want to throw your hand up?
You're real quick. I didn't want to interrupt the conversation from before, but Superstar was on earlier, and he said he couldn't stay that long because it's late for him. He's in bed, but he sends his love.
Yeah, he's in Toronto, so he's 3 hours ahead of me. That puts him at 1
really?
PM, so
Oh, super late.
yeah.
And Hinano?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone for showing up to the space, and for Alex and DYNO for putting on another WebV Wednesday. You guys do it every week. You guys' dedication is awesome, and we appreciate that. And also, Chris, it's really good to hear from you, man. We haven't talked in a very long time, and I also see my buddy Mazer down there too.
Yeah. Did he get in
Yeah,
here?
no,
I
he's
sent him a text. I
listening.
said, get in here.
He's right there. Yeah. Well, it's
There
good
he
to hear
is.
from you guys. It's been a while. We gotta
definitely.
talk soon.
Yeah.
But thanks for the space, guys, and thank you for everyone down there for joining and tuning into the space. Yeah, thanks. We'll talk
That's
soon.
it. So,
Hey, Hinano, real quick, can you shout out the episode that you had Chris and Mazer on?
Yeah. So if you guys wanna get to know Chris and Mazer a little bit more, they are on episode 8 of the Real Uncommon podcast, and there's 2 parts to it. And how long did we talk, Chris? Almost 5 hours, I think.
It wasn't almost. It was 5 and
It was
plus.
5 hours.
That was an
Yeah.
awesome day. That was an awesome day. We had our own conference. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
It was fun. Yeah, it was fun. We didn't put 5 hours on YouTube, but one day you guys will see the rest of that footage. But yeah, check it out. It's a really good conversation between friends, and we just had a roundtable discussion about VeVe and our collecting passions.
Yeah, and if I may, it's super insightful. Chris, you're extremely intelligent guy. Anybody who hasn't listened to you talk, they ought to.
Yeah, definitely.
Episode 8, Real Uncommon Podcast. Definitely check it out.
Thanks,
And
sir. Blessing.
I
Osmond
was,
on
yeah,
that too, right?
I was part of it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll just want to quickly open the floor up to anyone who might have been listening in the background, and if you want to come up and say a few words, like I can open up the space for a few minutes just before my kids come kick my door in, demanding breakfast. But yeah, if there's anybody who wants to come up, just say hi or say thank you for listening, or no, I didn't like the space, I thought it was crap, and you can improve on this. Say the floor is there for you.
Yeah, and just in the meantime, I just want to thank everyone for being here and listening. And if you didn't catch all of it and you want to, it's always on YouTube, probably in the next few days or so. But yeah, thanks for everyone who spoke. It's always good connecting with people, and thanks for everyone listening.
Yeah, you got something you want to leave us with? You want to tell me the space was crap?
No. What I want to say is, guys, we've been doing 3 live streams, and Dee and I are getting addicted. We need to do one with WebV. And Chris, if we do one with WebV, we'd love to have you on to continue this conversation. But just in general, it's just fun to do, you guys. Like Dee and I are addicted to live streams, and let's make one happen soon, Press.
Yeah, that was definitely going to be one in the works.
Yeah.
So say hashtag soon. But yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. Just on the subject of live streams as well, I will be doing a live stream of Relax and Read, where I'm having a crack at reading some of the comic books we have on VeVe, and I have got one planned for this coming Friday. So if you can jump in for that, it will be around was it 8? There's about 1-ish Pacific Standard Time on a Friday. So if you can jump in, fantastic. If not, you can always catch it on the WebV Collective's YouTube channel. And if you haven't seen them already, I've already got 2 episodes on there already, where I read Uncanny X-Men number 221, which was the first appearance of Mr. Sinister, and Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 64, I believe it was, which was the first appearance of Cloak and Dagger. So that's my first 2 attempts at it. So check it out if you haven't done so already. Like, comment, and subscribe on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. And if you enjoy the content, leave a comment too. Comments are always appreciated. It gives us some feedback to work with. And if anyone does have any final words to chuck out there, I'll start wrapping up the space.
Okay. Thanks for having me again. It's always
no worries. Thank you, Chris. Always a pleasure to have a mate, and thank you for taking the time to speak with us.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Cool. All right. Okay. So I'll start wrapping up the space then. So if I just want to quickly acknowledge the VeVe Collective and all of our members part of the VeVe Collective. We have, I always have to say this slowly because I screw it up, the Real Uncommon Podcast. We have My Collectibles, K Collections, Evolve Collects, VeVe Investments, Mr. Chris Severs. So check out his blog from Go Collect. So we also got Double Quill. So does a blog as well. Definitely check that out. VeVe Arcade does his show every Sundays and also does all his live streaming shows. Definitely check them out and get behind that. We've got Dr. Strange with All Things Strange. He's got his Stack and Slack videos, always really insightful and fun. Even the 3 Biggest Bro has ventured into live streaming, doing the bare minimum on his channel. So definitely check that out. And I'm going to do a shout out to Devin Reach as well from the Open Minds Collective, who's also part of the VeVe Collective, who drops in from time to time when he can. But obviously, like myself, he gets busy with life. Just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's taken the time to listen to us today, this morning, good night, wherever you might be. Always appreciate everyone taking the time out of their day to listen to us speak. We've had some amazing conversations this episode, ranging from Star Wars to comics, everything. So you guys, the listeners, and everybody who speaks are what make this space is what they are, and we deeply appreciate everybody. Big thank you to everybody who came up to speak on this episode. A big thank you to Hinano, Dee, Chris, and also a big thank you to my co-host DYNO, who without his support makes these spaces very, very difficult and hard to do. So I appreciate you, DYNO. And DYNO, was there anything you wanted to leave us with before we tap out?
Yeah, just that, if you haven't spoken in the space before, we'd love to chat with you. I mean, the whole reason we do this is to connect. And so, I mean, I've been super grateful for these 22 weeks, been able to talk to people I've never talked to in my life and get to know them on a deeper level. And I would just encourage anyone out there that ever feels the urge to come up and chat with us. This is as laid back as you can get. We're just geeking out over things that we enjoy. And so, yeah, come on up, chat with us. We do appreciate you listening too, but to interact and have that conversation is why we're really here. So would love to see that in future.
Yeah,
episodes.
for sure. So plus it makes the episode all the more interesting because you never know who's going to drop in, say hi, and what sort of conversation we can have. All right, guys.
Absolutely. And thanks, Osman, for faithfully doing
it's my pleasure. These episodes are the highlight of my week. So we also do this. So this is VeVe Wednesdays. So brought to you by the VeVe Collective. So we do it every Wednesday from 8 till 10 Pacific Standard Time. I do also do another show, VeVe Weekends on Sundays, which is from about 12:30 p.m. to about 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sunday afternoons. So if you're not able to make these spaces, perhaps maybe you can join me there, where we do the same sort of conversations and just another chilled layback vibes. And Hinano, you want to leave us with something before we go?
Yeah, David Yu is on Randy's stream right now.
Was he
if
now?
You guys want to check it out?
Oh, there you go. Go check out Randy's stream because I think he's doing another ridiculously long live stream again. But yeah, I'll leave it there. I got to go, guys, because my kids are about to mob me. But yeah, take care. God bless everybody, and I guess I will catch you all later. All right, have a good one.
See you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Aloha.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.